Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we will learn about different tips and tricks using the Python programming language. Knowing these tricks will help you code faster and use the inbuilt functionalities of the Python language, which will help you become a better programmer once you know these tricks. So, moving on to the first tip. First is for string formatting. So there are various methods for formatting string in Python. So one of the method is called as the string concat. In string concat, both the strings are concated. So suppose I am creating a sentence in which I am typing Python is the and I'll just concat it using the plus operator is the best programming language. So this creates a sentence using two of the strings in Python. So this is one method of concatenating string. One more thing which we can use is dot format method. So the syntax for dot format method is such that we first pass in the string and we specify the curly braces inside of the string in which we want to add the dynamic value. So we use the format function and add the value based on value 1, value 2, etc. So one example for this would be, let's create is number dot format. So the first value I want in this place should be Python. So I'll write here Python. And second value I want is number 1. So I'll write 1. So it will add the first value inside of the format in the first curly brace it finds in the string. Now formatting with %sign. So %sign also works similar to the format method. It just takes, instead of curly braces, it takes percent and it specifies what you want to write there. So a general convention is to use %s for string type and %d for integer type. So this line will give us Python is number 1. Using this, you can do dynamic coding to include the value coming from a server and assign it to variable or sentence using this format methods and creating a generalized format. Now the best method which most people uh, use is the fstring method in Python, which before declaring the string apostrophes we add the f character, and whenever we want to add the string we just open a curly brace and add the value. So let's declare a value here. So I'll use a value here inside of the curly brace and it will give me this. One more method which is used to concatenate strings in a list is the join method. So join method is used to concatenate all of these strings into a single variable. Generally, if you want to create a string from scratch, you need to loop the values of this list and concatenate in the string. But using the join method, we can directly use dot join operator and pass in the list inside this parameters and it will give us the answer. Let's run the code to see if all the string works as required. I just save it. So as you can see, it is working as we expected to run. Now moving on to the second trick. Now this trick is about the request library in Python. Now request library is used to do the get, post and all the HTTP requests which we need to send in the backend. So one prominent library is the request library. Now to send a request to a page, what we can do is we can directly create a response object and pass in the request.get method and pass in the URL of site, and it will get us the HTML content of the page. Now to print that HTML content, all we need to do is call in the variable and invoke the text method. There are various other methods which we can call here. Once you can see the autocomplete, we can call the status code, headers, URL, and many more things to find the relevant data we need. So let's take any random URL, this URL. It has to be encoded in double apostrophes. I'll run this code, and you can see I get the status code which is 200, which means I am successfully able to get the data from this site and the HTML code of the site. Now this code is for reversing a string in Python. There are various methods available to reverse a string in Python. So let's see how to do this. Let's first declare a string. If we want to print this string in reverse order, we can loop through the character of the string in the reverse order and store it in a variable. Now this would make you create a loop in Python, and you'll have to assign one more variable to store this. Now the efficient way which Python provides is using the slicing operator. All you need to do is add double colon and provide the -1 value. Now if you are familiar with the slicing methods, you would know that this is used to target specific characters of the string based on the range given inside. So using double colon -1, we can get the reverse of the string. Let's run this code to see how it works. So as you can see, my string gets reversed. Now moving on to another trick, which is to create a Flask server. Now Flask is a micro framework in Python which lets us set up websites and servers very quickly. To create the Flask app, all we need is simple 5-liner code, which is to import the Flask and initialize an app. Then we need to specify the route method. The default route is the / as it returns the /. And we just return what we need to return. Now there are various methods to run the Flask app. The simplest would be to call the if name equal to main method, or directly you can use app.run. I'll just call the file. Now it tells us that it is in development server, do not use it in production. To change this, we just specify the criteria inside the run function. And if I go on this URL, you will see that I get the response from my server. So in this trick, we will learn about list comprehension in Python. So using list comprehension, we can copy pre-existing list or apply some operation on the list and create a new list. So to create a new list from the existing list, we will just loop the given list and add it into the new list. So this creates a new list which is a copy of the list 1. Now if I want to create a list 3 which is double of all the elements in list 1, I can add that functionality in it as well. I'll just add I cross 2 for I in list 1. I'll print list 1, list 2 and list 3 to see. Running the code. As you can see, the third list is the double of the first list, and the second list is the copy of the first list. Similarly, we can do it for dictionary as well. Create a dictionary from the given list as well. So it would be I given st I cross 2 for I in list 1. So this would give me 1 and its multiplication by 2 as a key value pair. So if I run this code now, you can see that I get the given dictionary as the output. Now to find duplicate elements in a list, first let's define a list which has duplicate elements. Yeah. So in our list there are duplicate elements. I need to find a list removing the duplicate elements. Now to do this simply, we can use the set data structure in Python, which set is a type of data structure which stores a value only once. So if we convert this list into a set and pass it inside, I will get my answer as a list which will contain only the unique characters in a list. Now the code is such that first I'm converting the given list into set, and then I'm reconverting it into a list so that the type remains as list. Now I will run this code. So as you can see, these are the duplicates elements. These are the unique elements in our list. Now to reverse a list in Python, we can use the dot reverse function or the slice operator. So the dot reverse function reverses the string in Python. So after calling this function, if I run the code, you can see that my list gets reversed. Now to again reverse it, I can use the slice operator. Slice operator is double colon -1, which reverses the list as well. So once I run this code, you can see that first my list gets reversed using the list.reverse, and then it is again reversed using the double colon -1 operator. Finding largest element in a list. Suppose if I have a list which has many elements and I want to find the largest element of the list, one method which I can do is create a maximum value and loop through all the elements in list 1 and check if the element is greater than the max element or not, and if it is, then I'll update it. So this will return me the max element of a list. Now this is a very code extensive for approach, as you'll have to write a lot of code for this. A simple method for this is just to use the max function in the Python to find the max element. So if I run this again, I'll get the same answer in fewer lines of code. Similarly, I can use the min function as well, which will give me the minimum element of the list. Now slicing in and indexing is an important concept in Python. It can be applied on variety of data structures, for example list and sentence. To apply slicing to list, and suppose we want to find the last three elements, we can just write square bracket, provide the last number of elements we want using the minus sign, and use the colon operator to loop through every element after -3. So what it will do is it will go from -1, -2, -3. It will reach to -3 and then it will loop through the end till 9. Similarly, I can do this for the string as well. If I run this, you will see that it loops the last three elements. And if I want to get the second element, then I can directly use the indexing to get the second element. Python uses a zero-based indexing if I'm starting from front, and it uses -1 based indexing if I start from backward. So this element can be referred using -1 and this element is referred using 0. Similarly, I can get this for my string as well. If I run this, I'll get the second index element for the string and the list. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope these tricks help you become a better Python programmer. And if you have any more doubts or any more videos you would like me to create, do mention in the comments section down below. Do like the video and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Thank you.